everybody, this is Carl from Abundant Living Ecuador, and today we are here in the beautiful city of Loja at the Botanical Garden here just outside the city of Loja. We're here at the entrance. I wanted to show you guys, it's open from Monday to Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 12:30, and then 3 p.m. to 6 o'clock, open on the weekends as well, and it's 50 cents for locals and $1 for expats. Let's go check it out. So we're here right by the entrance, about to get in. The Botanical Garden was founded in 1949. It's been here for a while. You'll notice throughout the Botanical Garden, there's some very large, beautiful native trees. Anything basically that grows in the Loja area is grown here. There's a bunch of orchids, beautiful flowers. There's also some bonsai trees as well. A lot of beautiful gardens as well. Everything edible food, herbs, plants, fruits and vegetables, all of that is grown here. Let's go take a look inside. So before we get in, just wanted to read some of the rules of the park here. It says everyone here has to pay, of course, to get in. Not allowed to bring any pets, dogs or cats, of course. Everyone should be walking on the trails, so not off the trails. We cannot come in here with a bicycle. It's also prohibited to harvest some plants or flowers and everything here. You should throw your garbage, of course, in the garbage disposal areas. And it's also prohibited to smoke because of fires in the garden, in the Botanical Garden. So let's go inside and have some fun. So as you'll notice throughout the whole Botanical Garden, there are some signs like this, which tells you about the plant. So as we can see here, this is a black coconut tree with the Latin word as well. And sponsored by Banco de Loja, which is the best bank here in Loja. So if you want to learn from plants, learn from the vegetation and the things here, you can see those signs and learn some names and information about the plant. So right here you have the reception where you pay to come in. They give you a little pamphlet here with some information about the Botanical Garden. You can also use the bathrooms as well. And it's worth mentioning that the Botanical Garden is a part of the National University of Loja. So this is basically a laboratory where anything and everything that grows here is planted here. Things are very well maintained. You can hear a lot of birds. Clearly the birds love it here. It's like a beautiful man-made forest. It's really actually quite nice. You could probably walk for about an hour to do the whole tour of the Botanical Garden. And yeah, it's really nice to have here. Super affordable, beautiful, great place to come with families. I've been here before for a birthday party for my children. It's nice to come with friends, just have a good time. There's picnic tables, you can eat some food as well. That was not prohibited on the list of rules. And yeah, it's good stuff. This area right here has all of the ornamental plants. As you can see, lots of beautiful flowers. There's just a bit of everything. There's aloe vera, there's some herbs as well. This is beautiful. Look at this, a work of art. So this is what is called cedron here in Ecuador. Cedron is verbenacea, which is lemon verbena, but here they call it cedron, and it's just really, really delicious, a very common tea. You can have it in most restaurants, and it's kind of like, it smells like lemongrass. It's very tasty and one of those plants that you can find here. So right here we have a sign for the cascarilla, which is a tree native to this region. And what's really special about the cascarilla is that during COVID, people were extracting some of the medicinal properties from the corteza, from the cascara, from the bark of the tree, mixing it with alcohol, extracting the quinine. So cascarilla is highly rich in quinine, and people were allegedly curing COVID with the cascarilla. So it's a very special tree in the region here, and it's great to have around. Right here we are inside a pine forest. They built these benches around here, so really nice to come here and sit, enjoy the quietness of the area here, the beauty of nature, listen to the sounds of the birds, and have a good time. Bonsai. So right here we are entering the bonsai area. There's a whole variety of cool looking little bonsais. So this tree right here is the famous Porto Carpus. This is the tree that the national park was named after. As you can see, the leaves, it's pretty easy to recognize, kind of a unique leaf pattern. And they have little flowers as well. I don't see them right now. They're probably not flowering. But on top of that, I wanted to point this out because I thought that was interesting. Right here below the tree, you have some spinach growing. And this probably doesn't look like what most people think of spinach, but this is actually an Ecuadorian variety of spinach. and it's very interesting. So another thing that's really interesting in Ecuador that I've noticed, a lot of times we visit properties, we go in parks, and you have some edible things growing, and one of those things is parsley. So right here, right on the side of the trail, there's this parsley growing, and I don't know if the seeds go places or people just throw the seeds, but there really is parsley growing in some wild areas sometimes. You see them in forests even, and so you actually have some parsley here growing, and there's quite a few other spots I noticed there's just some parsley growing, so that's always nice. Get your vitamin P parsley and enjoy. So right here, another thing that I learned by living here in Ecuador is, you know, when you hear the word yucca up north, you think of a specific plant, right? You think of this plant right here. So this here is a yucca gigante, right? This is the yucca plant. These here are called flor de novia. This is what these are called. And the yucca, what we call yucca in Ecuador, is actually cassava. It's a root vegetable that is edible. But if you talk about yucca, you don't usually picture a potato or a root vegetable. You picture this plant right here. So that's the distinction here in Ecuador. So right here behind me, you have a very large, this is a Cypress de setos. So a very large tree. As you can see, I'm a tiny little person here compared to this massive, monstrous, large tree. It's very big. And yeah, Cypress de setos. So right here we have the orchid garden. As you can see, there are quite a few orchids. Orchids are extremely prevalent here. That we had another episode where we went to an orchid presentation, which we'll put in the link down below. But this is an orchid garden, and unfortunately they closed the gate, so we actually aren't able to walk in to see it from close up. But I don't see a lot of the orchids flowering at this time of year. But orchids are beautiful, as you know. You can plant them on a tree and have flowers a couple of times a year when they flower. All right, so right here is the area that has all of the agricultural plants. There's various things growing. I'm gonna walk around and show you a few things. This here is what is called yucca here. This is the cassava. It's a root vegetables. You pull it out of the ground. You can get some of the food from there. Right here we have some amaranth growing. I see the red leaves and the red amaranth. You can actually see the little seeds. So if you grab a little bunch here, you can see the amaranth seeds, which you can use for making bread and other things like that. They also use the leaves for horchata. This here is a tomate de árbol, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Tomate de árbol. It's a tree tomato. I don't see any fruits in it, but this is a delicious food that is grown here as well. I can see some camote. This is camote, I'm pretty sure. These are the sweet potatoes. Yes, camote. Patata boniato, or camote, is a purple sweet potato. Very good, native to here. There's a few different varieties. There's 3 varieties, and I can see 3 different patches there, which I'm assuming that is what we are referring to. What else? Potatoes? Where'd you find a potato, son? Oh, okay, so there's potatoes there. Though you probably shouldn't pick those because they're actually gonna grow. So this is a potato. The roots will come out of the potato. So put it back in the ground, please. What do we got here? This here is the zanahoria blanca. The white carrot, or is basically a type of parsnip. So we have some of that growing here. This is jicama. Jicama, or yacon, is also a root vegetable. Very crunchy, sweet root vegetable. Grows here as well. Here we have some kind of bean, some green bean, I believe. Let's see. We have a sign somewhere. Yeah, these are some type of bean. This here is a pepino dulce. These are some type of little cucumbers. They're like yellow and purple in color. They're very delicious as well. Let's go to this area here where you can see the sugar cane. This is what sugar cane looks like. Caña de azúcar. As you can see, a large grass. Sugarcane is actually a grass, so this is a sweet grass. You can extract the juice out of it. It's a very delicious sweet juice, and it grows very well here, of course, in Loja as well. Over there I can see some achira, which is some type of starchy potato. What else? This is some other type of achira, I believe here, the purple. And then of course we have some banana trees right here. As you can see, these are different varieties of banana trees. All right, so right here, there's some more things growing. I see some carrots over here. I see some cabbage. There's also some green onions, lettuces, more parsnip here. There's broccoli. Some of it has been harvested. We have a row of yucca right there in the middle. And at the back, you see a bunch of corn growing as well. All right, guys, this was our quick tour of the botanical garden here in Loja, Ecuador. We hope to see you here one day.
And until then, we'll see you next time.
Ciao. If you're interested in real estate properties, all of our property videos will now be uploaded on a different channel. Please click the link in the description down below.